Welcome back to the show, everyone. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain. Got a special treat for you tonight. We got the all Clerics deck. Now, last night we did the all Rogue deck, the Crime Family. So now we're combining the Holy and Unholy boys. What do we got? We got Clerics. Black-white. Will Vito's daughter be making a guest appearance? I believe so. We have, she's here. She's not the star again. So Vito's daughter, the deck, was more about draining life, no matter what the circumstance, from the other player. This one is more about getting clerics out on the board. It's a very creature-heavy deck. Not a lot of spells, mostly just creatures. Some protection spells, but not even that many. We're just going to overload them with clerics. And the clerics do all kinds of abilities, and they're fighting, biting, doing everything. So what do we got? We got Light of Hope. Very good card. We want to get rid of enchantments, things that lock us out. Gaining life is a bonus, and also the counters are a bonus. We got 3 Speaker of the Heavens. Previously we had more, but I wanted to get a little bit more variety. Gain that life, and he is a cleric. Archfiend's Vessel. He makes angels, he makes demons. You can see a little bit of symmetry with these holy boys. He comes back to life and makes a demon, and he's lifelink. So they're both 1-drop lifelinkers. So we're off the gate, we're making a lot of life. Bloodchief's Thirst. If you have the cards, if you have the wilds, you should make 4 of these for any black deck you're doing. Because they're an early game killer. Get rid of that Lotus Cobra that they're putting down on you, or that horrible Mill Crab. And late game, Planeswalker Destroyer. For not that much more than a murder. Malakar's Rebirth. This is a double mana spell. Now you gotta think of these as a mana first and a spell second. Don't do it the other way. Don't hold on to them if you're mana starved. It's basically just a swamp that comes into play tap. What that means is that it allows you to pay 2 life, and whenever a creature dies, it immediately just comes back under your control tab. So it's a good way of preserving creatures. For 1 black mana and 2 life, it's definitely worth it. Hallowed Priest. This is our standard Ajani's Pridemate, the new one. Okay, so whenever you gain life, he's going to get a 1/1 counter. He's going to get to really crazy proportions. Alright, he's going to get huge, because we are going to gain life with this deck. The Sejiri Glacier. So this is basically the God's Willing or the Feat of Resistance for Zendikar. So it starts as a land. Think of it as a land first. And then later, when you can do it, he will protect something by giving it protection. Very useful in a pinch. Skyclave Cleric. It's a land first. And then when you need that extra cleric and that life kick, it's a cleric second. Nullpriest of Oblivion. This is a way to get creatures back to your to the battlefield. She isn't a good early game attacker because of the menace and the lifelink. And a late game brings back something you need. And if she's bringing Black Archfiend Vessel, she's bringing a 5/5 demon with her. See that big monster behind her? That's the 5/5 demon she's bringing back. Cleric of Life's Bond. If you're playing black, white, or white, he is worth it. Anytime that you have something that has this many triggers for this cheap, it's very good. Because whenever another cleric enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life, and whenever you gain 1 life for the first time, put a 1/1 counter. Alright, so he's getting a lot. You're going to be putting a lot of clerics down, so you're going to be gaining a lot of life. There is Vito's daughter. Whenever you gain life, opponent loses 1 life. Just a little kicker. We don't have her overloaded like we did in Vito's daughter, we just have her regular, but she is a cleric, so she counts. Taborax, Hope's Demise. I really like him. He is a demon cleric, if you can believe it. there are such a things. He's a 2/2 flying 3-drop, but he has lifelink as he has 5 or more 1/1 counters on him. Whenever a non-creature you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on him. Non-token creature. If it was a cleric, you also get the option of card draw. So he's always going to give you card draw whenever you want stuff to die. Expect stuff to die in this one. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. And he will eventually get very big. Vito, he's here. He's a cleric. Why not? As you can see, he's in his priestly garments, preaching the holy gospel of the Dusk Rose. He'll give everybody lifelink. You know him, you love him, I love him. He is here in a supporting role. He is not the star. So this is mostly about overloading with clerics as opposed to just simply life drain. So this is kind of an adapted one of what we did. This guy, Orah Skyclave Hierophant, this is a core cleric. And whenever he dies, or another cleric we control dies, return the target cleric with lesser converted mana cost to your graveyard or your battlefield. So that means if any of our 2-drop clerics die, our 1-drop clerics get to come back. Any of our 3-drops clerics die, our 2-drop or 1-drop gets to come back immediately. It becomes a perpetual cycle. Holy and unholy mixed. And of course, our Capstone Victory's Envoy. She is going to boost everybody. So you see we have that Light of Hope, which gives 1/1 counters to people. So we can put that 1/1 Hope on Taborax to really push him around the corner there to make him get that lifelink. Or we can use Victory's Envoy for that. Or whatever. And Drana. It's another 1/1 counter creature right there. This is our only mythic rare, but she is very good in this deck or in a vampire deck. When Drana last Bloodchief attacks, defending player chooses a non-land creature from your graveyard. So the defending player picks a creature, and we return that card to the battlefield with a 1/1 counter, and it's a vampire. That is very good, because depending on what we have, if they come back, they might come back as a demon, they might come back with the 1/1 counter, or whatever. They're going to be pumped up. And of course, Scion of the Swarm, whenever you gain life, he gets a 1/1 counter. He's our other flyer. We do want some flight control here. If you have Cleric of Lifebloods out, he's basically always going to come in as 4/4. Because you're going to gain life when he comes out. So because of all of these other double lands that we got here, here's one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double lands. We're only running 8 plains, 9 swamps, and 1 Temple of Silence. That's still 24 lands. That's plenty of land to run this deck. It's a little slow, but if we look at it on the big board, the lands might come out tapped, so they might be a little slow. But if we look at it on the big board, we're not too expensive. We're a little heavier on the swamps. And if we look where we're sitting on the big board, we're mostly sitting at 1, 2, and 3. So lands coming in tapped is not too bad because our engine is mostly running on 1 and 2. 3s are helpful, but they're our late game bangers. So that's what we're looking at. Now again, as I always say, these are for inspiration, not imitation. Shouldn't be taking the exact deck and making it your own, because you don't play the same as me. You play a little different. So make the deck your own. Change the cards up. Use inspiration. So if you like something, dump it. If you like something, pump it up. If you don't like something, dump it. Change it. That being said, have you liked and subscribed yet? I know YouTube is recommending it to you and you keep seeing my videos and you keep watching them, but you're not subbed. You gotta sub, man. Help the channel out a lot. And you'll avoid the like and subscribe, which is an added bonus. And don't forget to join us on Twitch for my nightly streams, 11:30, 12, twitch.tv/thatvillainj. We're having a great time there. Follow me on Twitch, link is in the description. Let us go. Clerical Nightmare. Alright, let's get it going, guys. Thief of Heartbeats is a fun card. I was thinking about doing... I wish there was more red vampires. Pretty much vampires are only black in this. I love the red vampires from not Eldraine, but Innistrad. I thought they were fantastic. Oh, lucky, you cracked one in a pack. Okay. German champion. Here's where the synergy happens, guys. Here's where the synergy happens. You're going to see a lot of synergy in this one. Discard a card. Scion of the Swarm, you're a little too expensive for us right now. We'll be alright with that. He really's got to come up with some solutions here. Otherwise, I'm going to absolutely whip his ass. Alright, so Vito's daughter's going out. Everybody's getting enhanced. She's losing the life. And everybody's going in. So, yeah, you're starting to see the synergy of this deck now. All the priests kind of work together. Fast-like, too. This is round 4. So there's Oathsworn Knight. I don't think it's going to be enough to save him. So we put that out. No, it's not enough to save him. We were too quick on the draw with this one. And we trigger it again. Yeah, we were too quick on the draw for him here. Too fast. He had a red-white Knights. I'm not really understanding this deck. Red-white-black Knights. Stormfist Crusader. It's unclear. Okay, yeah, there we go. So, there's the victory. So, you got to see a very good example of the synergy that this Clerics deck has. I really like it. It's fun to play. It's similar to Vito's Daughter, but it has a different... the synergy plays out in all of the pieces working together, all of the characters, all the clerics kind of combining their holy and unholy powers. Yeah, I think that was a Mardu Knights. Unfortunately, not a single knight was released. Not a single knight was released with Zendikar. Not a one, if you can believe it. It's a little bit of an expensive hand. I don't think I like this hand. Oh well, I played it anyways. Okay, so that will help. That will help. Because we can play her next turn and I'll gain the life. So we're playing blue. Yorion, the Sky Nomad. Okay. Alright, so we are getting some life here. We are getting some life. There's Thasala. So he's just going to keep exiling and re-bringing back stuff. We want him and him. We want to kind of move quick, and then he's gaining life for us. I kind of want to have a lot of creatures out whatever crazy cycle that he's going to start with this blue. I kind of want to get going fast. I kind of want to really put pressure on him. Lithoform Engine, that's an interesting one. Okay, so we can bring out Drana, the last Bloodchief. We definitely want her out. I think we were too fast for him again. Unless he's got some sort of board wipe. Some sort of unknown white board wipe. Okay, there's sleep. That certainly helped him. We will bring out Hope's Demise. And that. See, the creatures in this deck are so cheap that you just get overwhelmed with them. So you're just bringing out cheap creatures, and getting rid of them just isn't an option unless you have board wipes. Because he's looking at it now and he's making a decision here. So he had another sleep in his hand, amazingly top decked another sleep, which is pretty impressive. But he's having to spend the mana on it, so he's really just delaying me because he can't play Yorion or any of the other creatures that he's really wants to use. There's Brazen Bowerer. I don't think that's going to help. He's going to able to exile him and bring him back. So there's Light of Hope. Do I want Light of Hope? Scion of the Swarm. Let's see if he has a third sleep. No, he does not have a third sleep. He can bring Yorion out, though. Yeah, he's got a scoop. So, again, you're seeing a pattern here. There's just too many creatures to deal with. He made a bad choice there. I'll tell you his tactics. He should have gambled it on playing something other than that sleep. But even so, he was spending all of my mana to spending all of his mana to stem the bleeding of me just crapping out creatures every turn 2 at a time. And he wasn't able to ever get his engine going. So that's kind of what you want to do. So really, I mean, similar creatures and same colors as Vito's daughter. But when you're working with these clerics, you're just going to absolutely overwhelm them with creatures because they're so cheap. Ooh, yeah. Oh, I don't like, no. Oh, that's even worse. Should we go down to 5? That actually was a good idea. Okay, get rid of that plains, and as much as it pains me to get rid of him, we will get rid of him. But we gotta move fast. Think Sonic the Hedgehog. Gotta go fast. So he will get the 1/1 because I'll put him out. Hopefully we'll draw a mana, we can get the priest out, but we're going to gain life. Whenever he gains life, he gets that. Boom. Okay. So, yeah. So, round 3, we're going to be able to do 4 damage. And he's still kind of getting set up. Here might come a kill card. Yeah, there's the kill card. Oh, he killed him. That was weird. Alright, so we didn't draw a mana there, but we can hit him for 3. But we do have the killer here. One thing I don't like, I think the biggest drawback of Bloodchief's Thirst is it's not an instant. Oof, he took some damage to do that one. Okay, so there's the mana that we need. There's Blood-Priest. This is a lot of kill cards he's using, but he's taking a lot of damage to do it. So, he can't use that on me. We can hit him for 3 right now. Next turn, if I hit him for 4, he'll also lose 1 life, so it'll be 5. I'm gonna lock out non-land, non-creature cards, so Bloodchief's Thirst is going away. So he's gonna put him out. Hope's Demise, great, great. Why am I happy if Hope's Demise is out? Because I'm throwing this guy in here. He's probably, if he blocks him, there we go. Guess what? When he dies, lose 1 life, and he gains more things. Take action, I will lose that life that I gained to gain another Archfiend's Vessel. Boom. And then we bounce. Unfortunately, he did exile my graveyard, so some of the stuff to bring back is not too available right now. Don't attack, it's a bad idea, bud. He might have another kill card. He has had a lot of kill cards. Unfortunately, if he has... Yeah. This is just mostly a kill card deck, I think. I've run into these a lot in Mythic. They're kind of the secret of Mythic here. So we'll put out Archfiend's Vessel, and then we're gonna pull a little trick here. Let's see if he lets it through. Yeah, he let it through. That wasn't a good idea. So yeah, I've run into a lot of these in Mythic. I usually don't see them a lot, but I think they're evolving. These just enormous amount of elimination. Just a crazy, crazy amount of elimination. Now, when you're playing against a deck like mine, you never have enough elimination. You see all the crap that he's throwing against me, and every turn I'm putting out I'm putting out something else, and he's running out of cards too. So here's Cleric's Bond. He's just gonna eventually run out of stuff to throw at me. Because they're banking on you just having a few good creatures that you're kind of focusing on. They're really not expecting everything to be a creature. Even your manas can turn into creatures. So they're just not banking on the amount of power you're gonna be able to bring. So there's Heartless Act. And he is just absolutely throwing everything he can at me. And it's still not working. Look at all this. So he's got another eliminate. Boom, he took that 2 life. Doesn't matter. He's just getting whittled down. Guess what? It's that one is Menace. He's just getting whittled down. He might have another kill card, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to draw something here. Alright, so there's Sky Cleric. I think we want the mana more. So he's just going to be kind of on a treadmill here, because I'm going to hit him for 2 and gain 2, and he's going to hit me for 2 and gain 2. So he's going to hit him. So there's Hollow Priest. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Just throwing everything he can at me to stay awake. And we do this. He is just throwing everything he possibly can at me to get rid of what he thinks. So he's got Wish Claw. Another Wishclaw Talisman. That's weird. So he's going to start a Wishclaw cycle here. I never use them. So he gets his 2 wishes, but I'm never gonna use them. So destroy target enchantment. That's an artifact next. We're gonna wait. I need that mana, or I need a cheaper creature. So there's Underworld Dreams. And what we're going to do is we're going to destroy that right away. Because he probably thought he was going to cast whatever it's called. So let's see if he has more elimination in his hand. Yeah, he's got more elimination in his hand. Yeah, Peer into the Abyss is probably what he has. So there's Drana. Might be a counterspell here. Yeah, counterspell. It's alright, we gotta play it. Envoy might come through into the clutch here if he's running out of kill spells. So there's baked into another pie there. He's probably going to eat that food. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen this type of deck for a while. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 removals. I'm counting the well, look at his deck. His deck is actually 48 cards. So I have another removal there. I'm counting the counterspells removal. So there's Speaker of the Heavens. I think I'm going to hold on to him until I draw one of my protection cards. What is my protection card called? Sajiri's Shelter. So I'm going to hold on to him. He's a reactive player right now. And if we don't let him react, he really doesn't have much to do. So there's another Underworld Dreams. That's a problem because I think he has Peer into the Abyss. So there's Sajiri's Shelter. So we put down Speaker of the Heavens. Probably get counterspelled immediately. So we got that. I thought he would have grabbed Peer into the Abyss, so we're going to place... Alright. So he just spent 7 mana to save a 1 mana card. To get rid of a 1 mana card. He's eventually going to run out of these. And I don't see what his win con is. I thought he had Peer into the Abyss, but apparently not. And I'm drawing all mana here, despite only having 19 mana in this deck. That's what I'm drawing. I won't use those Wish Claws, though, because I know he wants me to use them. So there's me. There's Marauding Blight-Priest. Let's see how many more eliminations he's got, or counterspells. Yeah, he's just got all he has is counterspells and eliminate. This might be a really boring game. Let's see. More counter? Nope. More removal? Wow, I'm drawing so much mana. I got 19 mana cards in this deck. Malakir Rebirth, yeah, I'll take it. Just because it lets me bring a guy back. So yeah, I don't need Malakir Rebirth anymore, but it will help later. Let's just eliminate his rider. It goes back in his deck. Yeah, he's just trying to wait me out, honestly. Lucky for him, my time is worthless. What are we gonna get? Scooped? Or are we gonna get killed? Are we gonna get countered or killed? So we do that. We do this. Yeah, I think you're right. His win con is like my patience. His win con is, honest to God, it's my patience. Oh my God, look how much mana I've drawn. That's ridiculous. He might Underworld Dreams me because apparently the deck randomizer RNG is just like, nah, you need mana, bro. I have 19 mana cards in this deck, and I've drawn on almost all of them. Baked into a pie. Sacrifice the pie. Gain the life. So we have Sajiri Shelter. We have the second one. Let's see if he has any more removal in there. My turn. Okay, there's Drana. Let's see if he's got a counter for Drana. No, it resolves. If he's got, I've got bad news for him. If he has a elimination, I have this. So if he draws a kill card, he is going to be sorely, sorely in trouble. Okay, that's another Underworld Dreams. Oh, there's the scoop. He got it. Did he get it? Nope. That's it, guys. We got him. Yeah, Malakar Rebirth and Archfiend's combo. I actually have the Demon's Dream deck that I'll be showing soon. Is based on around that combo. Because they're not expecting it. So, and also I can sacrifice it and bring it back immediately. Alright. Let's keep going. That was a really long game, but listen, the amount of creatures. Listen, I want to tell you about this deck. If you're still watching, most people bug out after 10 minutes, but for those long guys that stay, the trick to this deck is that there is too much stuff for them to deal with. That's the trick. The weakness is board wipes. He played, I think he played almost all 4 Baked Into Applies. He played 2 Murders, 3... why was he mousing over my mana? That's really disturbing. You don't know what a Plains is? He had to check what it was? Weird. I'm really surprised he did not have Peer into the Abyss. I think we just got lucky on that one. See, this right here is a speed deck. He's really worrying about speed right now, and I've just slowed him down a lot. Because he just absolutely got the brakes pumped on him because his 2 main cards just got slowed down. Territorial Scythe Cat. I have barely looked at green. Green is usually like the last thing that I look at. Yeah, you're kind of in trouble there, guys. You see it, I see it, we all see it. Ooh, yeah, yes please. Roiling Regrowth. Okay, so he's going to hit the big landfall button here. Yeah, this is a normal landfall deck. This is actually how landfall's supposed to work. It's not just supposed to completely break the fucking game. So, yeah, mad props for doing that and just not going nuts and breaking the goddamn game. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Alright, so what do we want to do? Do we want to gain a crazy amount of life and hit him with Vito, or do we want Drana out? We want Drana out. So he gets the mana. Roiling Regrowth, excellent move. Excellent move, because he's going to be coming in with a lot of stuff. Really good landfall deck. Really good landfall deck. I like it. It's a fair landfall deck. It is a normal kind of landfall type thing here. So I believe I am going to survive this. I'm not 100% sure, but oh, well, maybe not. Got to deal with the tramplers. Okay, so yeah, don't, well, he's going to throw it all. Okay, he's going to throw it all. So let's see if I can block here. Definitely got to deal with the little one there. That one there. And I think we can use that one there. Let's see if I survive. I don't feel like doing all the math. Nope, I don't. Good landfall deck. Good landfall deck. I like it. Not even mad at it. Solid win. And I even slowed his aggro down and he still recovered. He didn't get flapped. Kudos to you, question marks. For playing it as an honest stand-up gentleman and beating me with creatures and not a crazy trick. He top decked some beautiful stuff though, because he top decked, I believe, 2 or 3 of those sacrifice a land and put 2 more lands down. And if he hadn't gotten those out, I don't think that he would have had as much power as he normally would have. I think that a rumbling, that kind of rumbling deck, I think I'm gonna make one of those. I like it. An actual landfall deck. And you know what? It really didn't have that much ramp in it either. He just played manas like a normal person. Exactly. Big props to for in Mythic for playing a normal landfall deck. Big ups to that. Big ups. You want to see me pull that Malakar Rebirth trick? I won't attack with them both. I'm just going to attack with one. He'll sack him to make him immortal. Block. I already know, but I want him to go through a 3/3, so I will sack one without it, but I'll save the other one for the trick. Oh, he didn't do what I thought he was going to do. I assumed that he was going to block with him and sack him to round him out. He's a little bit mana screwed right now, I can tell. He's a little bit mana slow. He's trying to build up to Speaker of the Heavens. I'm kind of mana screwed too. I kind of need a mana here because I don't want to use Malakir Rebirth for its mana. Ooh, speak of the devil and he shall appear. Okay, so no, I don't want to play Nullpriest. I don't think he'll block either. Let's find out. And we can pull the trick off if he's going to do it. Yeah, he's going to sack him to save him. Alright, so that's that. And then we do the terrible trick. And then we do that. Yeah, he sacked him to do it, and my guy hits him and dies, but then my guy immediately returns to the board. But when he returns to the board, he is a demon. Oh, oh, ain't that a shame? Too bad I can do this. Make Gordon intensified. Alright. Oh, there's Banishing Light. Who do we want? He wants the big demon. He spent 5 mana to deal with him. We're not bringing. We're gonna save the Nullpriest. But yeah, it's not. He's not in good shape. Yep. Good call, McBash. He was gonna scoop. All right. All right, one more. One more. Yeah, this is okay. We can play Skyclave Cleric first. We don't need him. So remember, guys, what do we say? It's a land before it's a creature. So Taborax is coming out, then Vito. I have a feeling this is a mill deck. Oh, it's not. I was expecting Crab. There's Lucky Clover. This is a adventure deck? What in the world? This is like an Eldraine adventure deck. I have no idea. Oh, there he is. There's Mr. Krabs. Okay. So we will put out Vito. We will get rid of the crab, because he is way too powerful. And we will smash it into his face. Simic Adventure, yeah, is a very bad combo. I don't get it. I think he's about to die. Yeah, he's going to lose the game right now. Unless he has as I always say, unless there's some sort of board wipe that I've never heard of, he's just going to lose the game right now. There's another Lucky Clover. I don't know what game he's preparing for. Does he know what's going on? This dude needs like a welfare check. He needs like somebody to go by his house and check on him, because this guy's not... Oh, so he's going to return him. Okay, so that was his plan. He gets to return 2 people. So that was his plan. He went triple brazen. Fae of Wishes, so he's gonna go look for cards. He's gonna look for 1,000,000 cards. Oh. Ah. There you go. Did you see it? He's just pulling Planeswalkers. And Stern Dismissal. There's Fae of Wishes. Midnight Clock. Okay, so we're going to hold on to that to get rid of Ugin, but right now we're going to put Cleric Lifespawn. We're going to play and Taborax, Hope's Demise. See him? There he is. So, we want him. Oop, should have done that the other way. Vito first. And then we want him. Mill. Don't trigger the chat. That was a hell of a mill right there. Oh, really? Wow. It's that good, huh? Another Brazen Borrower. Wow. Well, he top decked some good shit. He top decked some primo shit. Into the story. Oh, he drew cards. Teferi's Tutelage to help mill. So put him out again, and then we put Taborax out. And then we go in with him. If I can just get one attack off with Vito, he's gonna die just because he's so low on life. Draw a card. I will take that action. Okay, that helps. He got rid of Ugin. It's weird. And he shuffled his graveyard into his hand, into his deck. Is he just trying to mill me? So yeah, he might just mill me out if he casts one of those cards. If he just casts the card that makes me draw cards. You think he's just dicking around? It's possible. Search your library for basic land cards. This is really weird. So he's just searching for more basic land cards. He could mill me in 10. This is really weird. his turn is taking so long that the timer went off even though he's making actions. So there's Fae of Wishes. He's almost out of, even taking actions, he's running out of time on his timer. That's amazing. That is really weird. He pulled so many Brazen Borrowers. It is amazing. So who do we want? We want Skyclave Cleric. Well, let's see if he can kill me. Or just mill me. Hold me, kiss me, mill me, thrill me. Remember that song? Huh? 90s? Huh? Batman? Seal? No, that was U2. Fae of Wishes again. Oh, yeah, there it is. Milling me softly with his song. Milling me softly. He just pulled a big mill card, so we're just going to let it go there. I don't need to sit through his crazy ass turn. Okay, so that was probably one of the weirdest decks I've ever played. And probably one of the weirdest players I've ever played. It was never really clear what direction he was going in. He was returning, he was going, he had Ugin, he ditched Ugin. I don't, honestly, I was more confused than anything else, so, unfortunately, we will leave it on that sad note there, because it is late. But the deck works very well. You can see I got a lot of kills off of it, and some fast ones, too. So, the deck works, it works well. Like, subscribe. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. And yeah, look forward to Warriors and Wizards soon. As soon as I get some more wild cards up. Oh, look at that. Alright. And love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace. I'm going to bed.